The urinary system. The urinary system is composed of 2 kidneys. They're bean-shaped. They're about the size of a clenched fist. They extend from T12 to L3. The right one sits a little lower because of its size, because of the size of the right liver lobe, because it's large. The kidneys are retroperitoneal. There are 2 kidneys, ureters, the urinary bladder, and the urethra, and that is the urinary system. The fibrous capsule. It's the layer of collagen that covers the outer surface of the entire organ, aka the kidney. It maintains the shape of the kidney, and it physically protects it as well. The fibrous capsule. Deep to the fibrous capsule is the cortex, which is the outer region, and the medulla, the inner region of the kidney. The renal cortex is granular, red-brown. The renal medulla consists of 6 to 18 renal pyramids. They are cone-shaped, triangular. The base of the pyramid faces cortex. On the pyramids, there's also the renal papillae. They are tips that point toward the renal sinuses. And that is deep to the fibrous capsule. The internal anatomy of kidneys, aka the branches, they're funnel-shaped chambers into which the tips papillae of the pyramids extend. Calyx is singular, calyces plural. First, you have the minor calyces, which join to form the major calyx/calyces, and then those form the renal pelvis, and then after that, the ureters, and that is the internal anatomy of the kidney / its branches. 4 to 5 minor calyces merge to form this, and this is a major calyx. The direction of urine flow. It goes from the tips of the renal pyramids into the minor calyces, into the major calyces, into the renal pelvis, and then it leaves the kidneys through the ureters. And that is the direction of urine flow. The renal sinus. This is the internal cavity / space within the kidney filled with adipose and connective tissue. The structures that enter and leave the kidneys all pass through here. So blood vessels, lymphatic vessels, nerves, and the ureters, they all go through the renal sinus. A nephron is a functional unit of the kidney. It produces urine. It is composed of urine, which is composed of water ions, metabolic waste, etc. It's taken out of blood. Functional unit of the kidney, the nephron. A renal artery. It branches from the abdominal aorta to supply the kidneys with blood, and it branches into segmental arteries. That is the renal artery. Flow of nitrate through the nephron. Okay. So, Jesus. Don't worry about this, Kylie. You're just gonna have to study that with an image later. Collecting duct. It's not part of the nephron, but it's where the nephron empties into. The collecting duct. Bowman's capsule. It's a double-walled chamber that contains the glomerulus. Collects filtrate from the blood. The Bowman's capsule. The glomerulus. The network of capillaries inside the capsule. Oh my gosh, I can't even. Oh, okay. network of capillaries inside the capsule with slits in them that blood filters through. The glomerulus. Peritubular capillaries. They are a network of capillaries that wrap around the proximal and distal convoluted tubules. Peritubular capillaries. Renal vein. Blood leaves the kidney through here. It drains into the inferior vena cava. Renal vein. The urinary bladder. It's hollow muscular organ that stores urine. It's posterior to the pubic symphysis. It's retroperitoneal. It's the holding tank. The function is it's the holding tank for urine. It holds about 1 liter of urine, and discomfort sets in at around 500 milliliters. The urinary bladder. The detrusor muscle. It's a smooth muscle that contracts to compress the bladder to expel urine. The tissue it's composed of is stratified transitional epithelium. The detrusor muscle. Unique stratified transitional epithelium. The shape varies. It appears cuboidal/columnar when not stretched and squamous when stretched. The layers vary. The number goes down when stretched. The function, it allows fluid, volume, and organs/tubes to change. The location, it's in the lining of urinary bladder and the ureters. The unique stratified transitional epithelium. Urethra in males. There is an internal urethral sphincter. This is where the urethra exits the bladder before the prostate. It's made of smooth muscle and connective tissue, and it contracts to keep semen from entering the bladder during sex. The external urethral sphincter. It surrounds the membranous urethra after the prostate. It's made of skeletal muscle, and it acts as a valve to control urine flow. Those are the urethra, and that's their urethra and its sphincters for the male. For the female urethra, there's no internal urethral sphincter. It is only an external urethral sphincter. It surrounds the urethra near the pelvic floor, and it also consists of skeletal muscle, the urethra for females.